So the brand new second generation Bose Quietcomfort Earbuds and the second generation AirPods Pro just came out. These are two really exciting earbuds, and first of all, the AirPods Pro 2 might look similar to the original AirPods Pro, but I assure you these are a completely different experience. And honestly, I'm blown away by how much improvement we're really seeing here. Similarly, the Bose Quietcomfort Earbuds 2 may very well be the most improved pair of earbuds this year, with a smaller design and a lot of new features that I'm going to talk about throughout this video. And 2 years ago, the original versions of these two earbuds were duking out for the best active noise cancellation earbuds on the market. But with these massive improvements, it's time to compare the second generation, the AirPods Pro 2 and the Bose Quietcomfort Earbuds 2. I promise this is going to be really interesting. Now, I'm not a really patient person, so I want to jump right into the most interesting aspect of these, being the active noise cancellation. Of course, I will get into a microphone test and a sound quality analysis and the features and design, and all of those are really, really interesting. But without a doubt, if you're buying one of these two earbuds, the active noise cancellation is going to be among the top 3 criteria, if not the number 1 most important thing to you when you're buying a pair of earbuds. And Bose claims to have the world's best ANC. The AirPods, on the other hand, claim to have 2x better ANC than the previous AirPods Pro, which were already among the top 3 on the industry. So these are both insanely good, and those are both really bold claims. But I've been testing these, and I'm going to break it down to you, starting off with, before we even talk about the test, some of the background we need to know here. Bose has 11 levels between transparency and ANC. So that means you can tune in exactly what you want, how much of the surrounding you want to hear, but one small fallback here is that they don't have the ability to just turn it off, right? So if it's really windy outside, I'll talk about the wind in a minute, these do a great job of that, but there are times when I personally like to just turn off ANC and not have ANC or transparency, just nothing. The AirPods, on the other hand, don't have the 11 levels, but they are able to turn it off. So you can either go ANC, off, or transparency. Those are the 3 options you have, and for me, that works pretty well. They both have adaptive transparency as well, so that's a new feature we're seeing this year, where when you have transparency on, if there's a loud sound around you, there's a decibel threshold where it'll mute it back down, so if there's a jackhammer, somebody drops a piano, whatever it might be, you're not going to blow your ears out. And this actually adds an interesting use case here that makes them perhaps something you could wear to a concert to protect your ears, where they'll still play the music through without being muffled or muted, but at a more comfortable and safe volume. Now, I haven't actually tested this. I go to a lot of concerts, and that's something that could be really valuable to me. So I will test that. If you guys want to see any updates on that, I'll be sharing that on Twitter and on Instagram. Be sure to go down and follow me, or open a new tab and follow me, whatever device you're using. But anyway, we're going to talk a little bit more about the actual testing I did with the ANC. Now, you're going to hear conflicting and different analyses between these, and I'll explain why that is, but I want to quantify it for you once and for all and remove any doubt between these. So starting off with the first test I did, this was playing the sound of an airplane, just a white noise through a speaker at a constant distance away, and I kept turning the volume up until I could hear it through the ANC on the earbuds. So with the Bose Quietcomfort Earbuds, I was able to block it out up to volume 35, and then the AirPods, I was able to hear it up at volume 27. So substantially stronger for the white noise of a jet on the speaker there with the Bose Quietcomfort Earbuds. But then in a slightly different environment where I didn't go for max volume, but rather sat in a room with a window unit air conditioner, the air conditioner completely disappeared when I used the AirPods. So AirPods in, it was dead silent. You had no idea there was an air conditioner in the room, and that's without any music or anything like that. But when I wore the Bose, there was a gentle hum. I knew that the air conditioner was there, and it wasn't dead silent, which kind of gives you an interesting dichotomy, right? So on one hand, on one test, you would say the Bose are definitely better, but on the other test, you would say the AirPods are definitely better. So I continued testing. So the next test was a female voice test, and I choose this because generally female voices are harder to block out for active noise cancellation, being a slightly higher frequency. And so I played a female interview on a speaker, and again, I turned up the volume until I could hear what she was saying, like the actual words, and pick them out. And so with the Bose earbuds, I couldn't hear what she said until volume 16. With the AirPods, I couldn't hear until volume 13. So in this situation, again, the Bose did a better job. Then I did a wind test. Now remember I said that you weren't able to disable the active noise cancellation on the Bose earbuds. And so with max ANC on both of these, they do a pretty good job in wind. They don't have a lot of replication in your ears, but if you do face a stiff breeze head on, you will be hearing it. It's definitely audible, but overall, an impressive performance with wind. So to summarize what I was talking about with that dichotomy, my analysis of the ANC here is that the AirPods are better at achieving a complete silence in a lower volume environment, but Bose is better at muting loud sounds. AirPods tend to perform better up to around 52 decibels, but above that, especially above 55 decibels, the Bose, without a doubt, do perform better. So if you're in a really loud environment on a plane or something like that, my choice personally would be the Bose earbuds. But if you're in a quieter room and you just have a fridge or a noisy air conditioner, the AirPods will give you a better silence. In addition to that, the transparency is really good on both of these. Undoubtedly, two industry leaders, but between these, I would say Bose is a little bit hissier. You get a little bit more white noise and artifacts in there, but otherwise super accurate. Everything that you're doing or just talking about is just really coming through very, very clean. When you have music playing, I'll talk about sound quality in a minute, but Bose really does a great job of making it sound like the music is playing in the room you're in. But again, to summarize the transparency, Apple is still just a hair ahead of Bose with that one. So now let's actually get into a microphone test and see how they perform on phone calls.
All right, so this is an outdoor microphone test with the new AirPods Pro 2nd generation. Obviously, there's a lot of traffic behind me. I can hear myself really well, so I don't feel like I'm yelling, but leave a comment and let me know how the microphones sound to you. And now these are the Bose Quietcomfort Earbuds 2. Still a ton of traffic behind me. It's pretty loud here. Leave a comment and let me know if you can hear what I'm saying with these earbuds.
All right, so one test after another. Before we get to the design, I gotta talk about audio quality. This is another thing I was so excited to test with these, and there's a lot to like about them. Starting off with the first thing, maybe not to like so much about them, is that they're both limited to just SBC and AAC codecs, so we don't have any of those high-res codecs, especially if you're an Android user. It's a little bit of a bummer. Bose tends to have a warmer and more capable bass, definitely a lot better bass, and you can really hear the music in a natural balance or adjust it with the EQ in the app. Great dynamic sound with a thumpy bass, as I said, and it's really a realistic sound as well if you're listening to, say, live recordings. But if you're listening to studio recordings, again, very accurate studio recordings. And like I said in my original review of these, not quite as detailed as something like the Sennheiser or Bang & Olufsen EX earbuds, but other than the detail, really a fantastic pair of earbuds. Now, the AirPods, on the other hand, do have a nice boost on these versus the original AirPods in that they now have more bass, and I was so happy to see that. And they do also have volume adjusted tuning for a great balance at any volume. That's something I was also very happy with. The Bose earbuds also have a very wide soundstage that fills the room, especially when you're in aware mode or transparency mode. But I would say the AirPods are definitely less bassy than the Bose earbuds, which is not to say that Bose have overpowering bass. They just have better low end and even sub bass as well compared to the AirPods. But when you're listening to the AirPods, you do get a tad more detail and better high-end clarity. So I really do like that. And I would say that it's really a matter of preference. Bose has more powerful bass and sub bass, which also contributes to the more powerful ANC, but the AirPods have more clarity and more detail. Really, they both do a great job. Now, let's get into some of the features. While ANC, microphones, and sound quality are really the fundamentals of earbuds, the things that really make the difference and really make it worth the money, in my opinion, are the extra little features we have added on there. So starting off with the AirPods, we have the new Find My features. Now, we've always had Find My with this, right? Like you could play sound on your AirPods and you could find them, but now you can actually find individual AirPods or the case. The case now has a speaker on there. So in Find My, you can point your phone, it'll tell you if it's like in a couch cushion or something, or we can play the sound, see if this works. Yeah, so there's a little speaker on the bottom. So there's a little speaker on the bottom of the case that helps you find it. In addition, the case can charge in many different ways, from wireless charging, like Qi wireless charging. You can charge it with MagSafe, so it'll stick on the little magnet there, the Apple Watch charger, or of course the Lightning charger. Whereas unfortunately, the Bose earbuds, you can only charge them with the USB Type-C. There's no wireless charging on here. I know I said there was in my original review. That was a mistake. They definitely don't have wireless charging. Now, the AirPods also have a little lanyard hook on the case as well, so a lot of new things with the case that we really do like to see. The Bose earbuds, on the other hand, the case is substantially smaller than it was before. We'll talk about the physical design in a second, but some of the beneficial things we have here is that it works well with Android and with Apple. You can get the app for either one, whereas while you can technically use the AirPods on either one, you're not going to have the customization if you're using an Android phone. But neither one has multi-point, so the AirPods kind of have their own multi-point version where you can connect to anything from Apple and switch seamlessly, but if it's a Windows laptop or an Android phone, it won't seamlessly switch over. Very unfortunate. Bose does have their own thing as well where you can switch in the app. You can go in there and choose to connect to a different device, but again, it's an extra step. I don't know why nobody's doing regular multi-point connectivity. Like Google Pixel did it. I don't know, others, just come on guys, what are we doing here? The controls on these vary a little bit, but they both have swipe controls now for volume. That's a big thumbs up there. We've got tap controls on the Bose earbuds and pinch on the AirPods, of course. That's a matter of preference there. The AirPods have an ear scan for 360 audio, so like you take a picture of your ear. But the Bose, on the other hand, do their own thing where when you put the earbuds in, they play a calibration sound for each ear, and anytime your friend or anybody else uses the earbuds, it'll calibrate for their ears, which is pretty cool. And one last feature I want to point out for the Bose earbuds is that they do have different modes in the app, so you can choose, instead of always going to each of the 11 different volumes for the ANC, you can just go to like commute mode, aware mode, quiet mode, whatever it is, and switch easily. Now, as far as the design goes, it's really weird to cover this last, but as I mentioned, no wireless charging on the Bose case. It's much smaller than the original Bose Quietcomfort Earbuds case, but still a good bit larger than the AirPods case in really every dimension. So pocketability, that's a big -1 for the Bose earbuds. The AirPods case also charges in many different ways, and when it comes to battery life, well, we're getting something pretty similar here. 6 hours in the earbuds for either one of these, and 30 hours in when you include the case for the AirPods, 24 when you include the case for the Bose earbuds. Like I said, either way, I don't really see that as a huge difference there. The AirPods case is not only smaller, but the AirPods themselves are also smaller, whereas when you look at the Bose earbuds, they're just slightly larger. Again, much, much smaller than the previous version. And so when you're wearing them, I don't think there's a huge noticeable difference. Bose has 2 colors, which is a positive, versus just one for the AirPods, and both are definitely very comfortable. The Bose do have a wingtip though, so for anybody who has a trickier ear, you can put in 3 different wingtip sizes and get it to stay securely in your ear. For me, both the AirPods and the Bose, somehow they just work their way out of my left ear, especially when I'm running or if I'm talking on the phone, jaw movement, they fall out of my ear. I don't know why. I'm the weird one there, but maybe it happens to other people as well. The AirPods do have a benefit for smaller ears where they now have an extra small ear tip that's added to this version. And of course, they do have skin detection as well on the inside. So when you take it out of your ear and set it on a table, the AirPods know that it's on a table and not in your ear. Okay, so that was a lot to talk about between these earbuds. The last thing to mention though is the price. Now, I will have links below to the latest prices, the latest deals that we might be finding on these, but we're looking at $250 for the AirPods Pro 2nd generation and $300 for the Bose Quietcomfort Earbuds 2nd generation. So a little bit more expensive for the Bose, but like I said, with that you are getting more powerful active noise cancellation, you're getting the wingtip on there, you're getting more bass, and you're getting availability for, or compatibility really, for Android and other devices as well. But of course the AirPods Pro are a tried and true design that we've loved in the past and now have some pretty substantial updates to give you better active noise cancellation, industry-leading transparency mode, and better bass than we saw before. So leave a comment and let me know which of these two you think is better. It always comes down to preference, but I don't know. Which one do you think would be a better buy? If you enjoyed the video, consider liking and subscribing. I'm Mike O'Brien. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.